Welcome to 10 in 10. Today we're diving into the depths of history to uncover the 10 deadliest ship disasters that shook the world. These are not mere stories of sunken vessels, but poignant reminders of the fragility of life at sea and the profound impact these events have had on our world. From the icy depths of the North Atlantic to the crowded rivers of the world, each tragedy carries with it a unique set of circumstances. Join me as we navigate the narratives of these disasters, delving into the historical context, the human stories, and the lasting legacies of these maritime tragedies. On a moonless night in April 1912, the RMS Titanic met its tragic end in the North Atlantic. Deemed unsinkable, the Titanic carried over 2,000 souls, from wealthy industrialists to hopeful immigrants. The ship was making her maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City. Just before midnight on April 14th, the unthinkable occurred. The Titanic struck an iceberg on its starboard side. The impact proved fatal. The collision breached several compartments, flooding them with icy seawater. The shortage of lifeboats left over 1,500 souls to face a watery grave. The sinking of the Titanic forever changed maritime safety regulations. The year is 1915. The Great War, a conflict of unprecedented scale and brutality, engulfs Europe. On May 7th, off the coast of Ireland, a tragedy unfolded that would further darken the shadow of war. The RMS Lusitania, a luxurious British ocean liner, was torpedoed by a German U-boat. The Lusitania, though a passenger ship, was also carrying munitions, making it a legitimate target under the rules of war at the time. The torpedo strike itself was swift and devastating, causing a massive explosion that ripped through the Lusitania's starboard side. Panic ensued as passengers and crew scrambled for lifeboats, but the speed of the sinking made an orderly evacuation impossible. The loss of the Lusitania, with nearly 1,200 souls perished, sent shockwaves through the United States, pushing the nation closer to entering the conflict. Our journey takes us to the warm waters of the Philippines, where in December 1987, a tragedy of unimaginable proportions unfolded. The MV Doña Paz, a passenger ferry, collided with an oil tanker, the MT Vector, setting off a catastrophic chain of events. The Doña Paz, overcrowded with passengers returning home for the holidays, was carrying over double its capacity. The collision occurred in the Tablas Strait, a busy shipping lane. The impact ruptured the Vector's cargo tanks, igniting a massive fire that quickly engulfed both vessels. The intense heat, the flames and the toxic smoke left those on board with little chance of survival. The Doña Paz disaster, claiming the lives of over 4,000 people, remains the deadliest peacetime maritime disaster in history. The American Civil War had just ended, and a nation yearned for healing. In April 1865, the SS Sultana, a steamboat carrying Union soldiers homeward, exploded and sank. The Sultana was already carrying far beyond its intended capacity, with over 2,400 souls on board, many of them Union soldiers recently released from Confederate prisons. The cause of the disaster was a catastrophic boiler explosion, a result of poorly maintained and overcrowded conditions. The explosion ripped the Sultana apart, sending debris and passengers hurtling into the cold waters of the Mississippi. Those who survived the initial blast faced a desperate struggle against the current, hypothermia, and the wreckage-strewn river. The sinking of the Sultana claimed the lives of over 1,800 people, making it the deadliest maritime disaster in United States history. The St. Lawrence River, a vital waterway connecting the Great Lakes to the Atlantic, has witnessed its share of maritime tragedies. In 1914, the RMS Empress of Ireland, a Canadian Pacific liner, met its fate in these waters. In the early morning hours of May 29th, the Empress of Ireland collided with the Norwegian collier Storstad in dense fog. The impact tore a massive hole in the Empress's starboard side, causing the ship to rapidly take on water. The speed of the sinking, compounded by the darkness and the chaotic conditions, made an orderly evacuation impossible. Within minutes, the Empress of Ireland slipped beneath the surface, carrying over 1,000 souls with her. The disaster sent shockwaves through Canada and the United Kingdom, highlighting the ever-present dangers of fog navigation. The wreck of the Empress of Ireland rests at the bottom of the St. Lawrence, a sombre reminder of the unforgiving nature of the sea. The Baltic Sea, often calm and serene, can turn treacherous without warning. In September 1994, the MS Estonia, a passenger and vehicle ferry, sank in these waters, claiming the lives of 852 people. The Estonia was sailing from Tallinn, Estonia to Stockholm, Sweden, when disaster struck. A faulty bow visor, designed to protect the ship's loading ramp, detached during a storm, allowing seawater to flood the car deck. The sudden influx of water destabilized the vessel, causing it to list heavily and eventually capsize. The Estonia disaster, one of the deadliest peacetime sinkings in European history, raised serious questions about maritime safety standards and the design of ro-ro, or roll-on/roll-off ferries. Our journey now takes us to the heartland of America, to the bustling city of Chicago. On July 24, 1915, the SS Eastland, a passenger ship docked in the Chicago River, capsized, claiming the lives of 844 people. The Eastland was chartered to take employees of the Western Electric Company and their families on a day trip across Lake Michigan. The ship, however, was dangerously top-heavy, a result of design flaws and modifications. As passengers boarded the Eastland, the ship began to list. Despite attempts to stabilize the vessel, the list worsened, and within minutes, the Eastland rolled over onto its side, trapping hundreds beneath the waterline. The Eastland disaster, occurring just a few blocks from the city center, shocked the nation and highlighted the importance of ship stability and safety regulations. Off the coast of West Africa, in the Atlantic waters of the Gambia, lies a sunken vessel that serves as a tragic reminder of human error and the devastating consequences of negligence. In September 2002, the MV Lejola, a Senegalese government-owned ferry, capsized, claiming the lives of over 1,800 people. The Lejola was overloaded with passengers and cargo, far exceeding its carrying capacity. The ferry was also sailing in violation of safety regulations, operating in waters beyond its designated route. As the Lejola encountered a sudden and violent storm, its instability, exacerbated by the overcrowding, led to disaster. The Lejola disaster, one of the deadliest ferry disasters in history, sent shockwaves through Senegal and exposed the dire need for improved maritime safety standards in the region. The East River in New York City, a bustling waterway teeming with life, was the scene of a horrific tragedy in June 1904. The PS General Slocum, a passenger steamboat carrying over 1,300 people, mostly German immigrants, caught fire and sank. The General Slocum was chartered for a church outing, a day of joy and celebration that turned into unimaginable sorrow. The fire is believed to have started in the lamp room, quickly spreading through the ship's wooden superstructure. The General Slocum disaster, one of the deadliest fires in New York City's history, exposed the city's lax safety regulations and the vulnerability of its immigrant communities. In the final days of World War II, a tragedy unfolded in the icy Baltic Sea. The MV Wilhelm Gustloff, a German transport ship, was sunk by a Soviet submarine, claiming over 9,000 lives. Originally a cruise ship, it had been converted to transport refugees. On January 30th, 1945, it was struck by 3 torpedoes. The ship sank rapidly, trapping thousands below deck. The sinking remains the deadliest maritime disaster in history. The maritime tragedies we have explored stand as stark reminders of the power of the sea and the importance of human responsibility in navigating its vastness. Each disaster, unique in its circumstances, carries universal lessons about safety, preparedness, and the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. These stories, though often heartbreaking, serve as vital lessons from the depths, urging us to learn from the past and strive for a safer future at sea. May we never forget the lives lost and the sacrifices made, for it is through remembrance that we honor their memory and strive to prevent such tragedies from occurring again. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more historical insights. Let us know in the comments what you would like us to cover next.